And we all know what that sound means. Live coverage here, the sound of the closing bell at the New York Stock Exchange. Let's, boom, take a look at the big board. Bit of a rough day for the Dow Jones. It ended, relatively flat. Wow, it just kind of pulled back again.
Yeah, it went red, green, red.
It was like negative 60 points anyway,
right.
Down 6 points as we look at it now.
Yeah, the S&P 500 and NASDAQ saw a similar movement. They're each down roughly half a point, and we see that sort of petering out at the end there. But let's try and understand it better with Akin Oyedele. He is the deputy editor for Business Insider covering investing. Akin, thanks for being here. So tell us, what was driving that market today?
Thanks for having me. So the big thing today, as has been the case many days this year, was the Fed. Early this morning, before the market opened, St. Louis Fed President James Bullard gave a speech in which he basically said that the current level of interest rates is not restrictive enough to control inflation. And, as we know, the Fed has been raising rates at the fastest pace ever this year to try control inflation. And so that really spooked markets because it meant or suggested that the Fed's willing to go even more aggressively to contain inflation. And that's why we saw markets open lower earlier today and ultimately close just about flat. We did get some upbeat news from Cisco that helped push markets into the green during the day, but ultimately what really weighed down markets and what ultimately mattered was what the Fed's thinking by way of James Bullard.
Yeah, and that optimism only seemed to last for about an hour before markets pulled back again. I also want to talk about a bit of funny business people are now realizing is taking place in the marketplace when it comes to cryptocurrencies and the exchange. I want you to listen to what John Ray said. This is the man who oversaw Enron's bankruptcy. He says in a filing today about FTX, the platform where crypto is exchanged, quote, "Never in my career have I seen such a complete failure of corporate controls and such a complete absence of trustworthy financial information. This situation is unprecedented," from the guy who oversaw Enron's bankruptcy. What do you make of the FTX collapse and what it says about our economy and the fundamentals?
Well, the FTX collapse has been a sight to behold, that's for sure. And when you have the person who oversaw sort of the highest profile bankruptcy case in arguably in U.S. history say that about another company, then you've got to pay attention to it, even if you weren't before. I think, I don't think it spells any particular trouble for the broader economy. I mean, crypto, even though it's blossomed over the last 2 years, still remains a relatively small asset class relative to something like the stock market or the bond market. But it definitely tells you that a lot of the excesses, if you could call it that, of the last 2 years when interest rates were really low and money was basically free and, you could raise exorbitant amounts of money if you had half a good idea. That environment's over. And right now the chickens are coming home to roost, as it were. And you're seeing the fallout of a lot of that excess now that things are tighter, the Fed's raising rates, money costs something, and the economy is in a downturn.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you learned anything else from the filing today about either the management structure at FTX or what this might mean for other cryptocurrency assets as we're looking forward to closing out this year, potentially on shaky ground.
Right. So the bankruptcy filing revealed a whole lot about how FTX was run. And its allegations don't make the firm or Sam Bankman-Fried look very good. I mean, it's everything from allegations that FTX was using money to purchase homes for its employees and advisors to the fact that there wasn't really any proper accounting mechanism for tracking the use of cash, to the fact that allegedly Sam Bankman-Fried would use apps that delete messages to communicate with employees, whereas on Wall Street, where there's more regulation, you have to keep those types of records permanently. We learned that, for example, there just was a complete and utter lack of proper accounting controls at FTX, and that really gives us, it tells us that this was not just for example, a firm that got caught on the wrong side of a trade. It really looks like it was a series of very deliberate bad decisions, and we'll have to see what more regulators have to say about what they're learning and what we've seen today in the filing.
Guess that's what I'm wondering. How much is this unique to FTX and their management versus a larger problem?
Right. So, if you ask people in crypto, they want to be very quick to say that this is self-contained. We've seen a lot of FTX's competitors and other firms come out in the last couple of days and say, hey, our balance sheets are good. We're not that bad firm, as it were. I think what it does is shake confidence in the broader crypto ecosystem. The last couple of years, you really began to see institutional investors, the bigger Wall Street players, slowly start to warm up to crypto and figure out how to get their clients exposure. I won't be surprised if you see them start to claw back now and just stay on the sidelines and say, okay, we're on hold. Let's just wait until there's some proper regulation. Let's wait until some of this is cleaned up. So it really shakes confidence in crypto.
I think you're right there. That certainly accounts for a lot of the pullback we're seeing on the markets, or as I say unofficially, funny business. All right, funny business out there. Folks want to stay away from it. Akin, we get to speak with a lot of people throughout the day. You have my favorite name of the day, Akin Oyedele. Hope to see you again soon. Come back anytime.
Thanks for having me.